Are you going to purchase FC26?
I already have.
How is it?
It's decent.
It's decent.
My pro clubs team is currently 12-0. So clap up the fellas right there.
Well done. Well
Sitting
done.
pretty in Div 2.
Yeah. Okay.
You got to get the settings right, I think. The first game I went into was real slow. So you got to tune it
Yeah,
up.
I mean, I think it's just everyone's used to just being able to sprint with rapid players, and that's just not what the game is.
That's the FIFA that I remember. Because ever since my head was on Mars after like FIFA 21, I was like, I need a break because something's going to get broken. If it's not the controller, it's going to be my hand. If it's not the hand, it's going to be the TV. So maybe I'll dabble back in, but I needed a break.
Yeah.
I needed a break. But okay, we're back. And I feel like we're avoiding the fact that it was a very interesting weekend in the Prem. But before we get there, welcome everyone to another episode of Remotely Related. I am Kenny. And before I introduce everyone else, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We got a few more this week, so shout out whoever you are. But today, there's two people joining me. It's not often that the team goes through some hardships, but we're here. We're here. Goody, Smitty, how we doing?
All good. All good.
Yeah. Yeah. Still
got a rep.
Even during bad times, we represent. But
I mean, I think it's good that like it wasn't just Liverpool that struggled that we'll talk about. But yeah, let's just get right into it. Before we get to Liverpool, there was a marquee game. We had Arsenal. We had Newcastle. Arsenal 2, Newcastle 1. Some people might think that Arteta got it right. Boys, what are our thoughts on the game? How do we feel about it?
Rare occurrence. I actually don't have any problem with how Arsenal set up or how they played. I actually just think going to St. James's Park is just a really tough away game when they're up for it. And they were up for it today. So it's a massive win, a tough place to get a result. Obviously, different things happened during the game that I'm sure we're going to talk about, and I don't know why. You'll take the 3 points, close the gap once again. And a big thing for them, I think, is taking advantage of Liverpool dropping points. They didn't do it enough last season, so it's a good start for them to close the gap early in the season.
I agree. I think it's interesting because when was the last time Arsenal really got a result at St. James's Park? It's been a while. I feel like with Arteta, there could be all the presidents and the CEOs and the managers that were celebrating with him with the tie against Manchester City. But this one, I feel like there should be even more CEOs, managers, and presidents. It's a really good result. I feel like the big thing was, is he going to be up for it? Is Arsenal going to be in the ascendancy for a lot of the game? And you could tell with the starting 11, seeing Eze at the 10, seeing Saka there. I mean, Trossard's going to Trossard. He's Arteta's guy, but it looked like a really positive lineup from Arteta. So I think with all the criticism that we give, we can give some grace there and just compliment that.
Yeah, I mean, it's by far the best lineup he's put out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually playing or planning on going to play attacking football, which doing it at St. James's Park isn't an easy feat. Like that's I think a big step in the right direction for Arsenal. And if you're an Arsenal fan, you got to be happy with that.
You do. I think the first 30 minutes they played really well, but Nick from Stuttgart, hey man, are we gonna give plaudits to the header, or are we just gonna laugh at Gabriel for the defending?
Both.
I think both.
I mean, you can't miss the header.
Yeah, I think even if Gabriel defends that, I think he probably still scores. Like I think that the ball was so high, and I mean, it's a good header.
Yeah,
I don't know what Gabriel's doing.
I was so mad at it.
I
was so mad at that.
It's not that he did it. It's just that he runs the tough guy gimmick for 90 minutes, and then any chance he has to fall over, he falls over. It's just embarrassing.
Yeah, but like you're 1v1 defending in a box looking for a foul. Like I'm upset that that's where the level of defending is at in the Premier League. And that's like what you're trying to do in the Premier League. Like you shouldn't be going down easily in the box just because you think or you know that the referee's probably going to give it. And credit to the ref for not falling for it because it was...
Love that the ref didn't give the foul.
It was minimal contact. It's literally a slight hand in the back. Not even a push or anything.
I mean, I completely agree. I think if you're a defender in that situation, the least you could do is just jump for it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. But the fact that you dive, it's the dark arts that I know people can respect if it works, but when it doesn't, it looks ugly. It looks ugly, man. I didn't like it at all. But
I mean,
speaking of CBs, go for it.
I thought it was going downhill fast when I saw that goal happen. Then I see them wiping the balls off with the towels, and the refs saying, "No, we're
Towelgate.
not doing that." I just thought like, "Oh no, this is going to be another one of these Arsenal moments where it's a meme-filled game and they just don't get over the line." But they did, and that's all that matters.
Was there a rule about these towels? Like, is this something new? I thought if the towel's there, you can use the towel.
The problem is he went and took Nick Pope's towel from behind the goal. It's
You
not
cannot
like,
do that.
yeah, but the problem is it's a time wasting problem. It's not a towel usage problem. It's the fact that
I don't
if
know,
you want to
it might-
wipe the ball off with the towel, you're going to take an extra 30 seconds for every throw in.
I don't know if I agree with that, because isn't that the same thing as just wiping it with your shirt? Like, the time part is...
Yeah, I don't
It's just
really
what
know.
the rule is. I
Because
don't
truth be told, we don't know the reason why he wasn't allowed to use the towel. Because
he's a
I don't know who
knobhead.
was from Palace yesterday that used it, and like they used a towel. So like,
That's what I'm
what's
saying. Is it the home team towel rules? Like, I have no clue. I
don't
never
think it's because he
seen-
used the towel. I think it's because he ran behind the goal and grabbed the goalkeeper's towel and said, "I'm going to use the towel."
I don't know.
It's
but
like, if the
they
towel's
could-
there, whatever. It's idiotic
I don't
either
know.
way. I mean, why are we talking about Arsenal needing to use towels for throw-ins?
taking a towel is kind of...
What are we doing? And what makes it even worse is if Calafiori's rubbing his face with the towel and rubbing his hands on the towel, some woman's going to run on the pitch and want to buy that towel and steal that towel. So that's going to delay the game even more.
That would be a beautiful towel. I'm not gonna lie. You said woman? I'd be like, hey.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? They might.
Man. Yeah, so Towelgate was in the first half. Is there anything that we wanted to call out? Like, I think Mascara's performance was a bit shaky, even though I'm a big Mascara fan. It just didn't seem to be his day.
I do want to touch on, I'll call it the two controversial penalties.
Go for it.
So my issue with the Nick Pope one, right, is yes, he gets the ball and then gets the player, right? Calls it no pen. Okay. Last week
why I said
we
the
see Robert Sanchez get the ball, then the player, and he's sent off in the 5th minute.
That's
Yeah, but that's
why.
Manchester United.
But like, that's why I was asking last episode. I don't think that Sanchez one was a red. Like, I didn't think it was a red card, but it's a fair
I
point,
mean,
Goody.
Maybe it's because Sanchez was like, the ball was at, no idea who was running through. It was at his chest pretty much, and he came up with the high foot.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's the reasoning, but then ball still first. I really don't know. The second pen, Saliba's got his arm up in the air like a stripper. So I was a little confused how that's not a handball. And we can talk about a handball in the other game, a different game later on. That similar thing that wasn't called. That one's a little different circumstance, but if you're sliding in and your hands all the way up in the air, I don't understand how that's natural position.
It's not a natural position.
Well, I don't understand why the argument is he doesn't have time to react. It's like, well, if you put your hand there, it doesn't matter if you have time to react or not. You're an idiot. Your
Right. So if you
hand's
stand
in the
arms
air.
wide open like a scarecrow, right?
Yeah, and
the
someone's
ball's
2 feet
in
away
arms,
from you,
then
it
no-
doesn't matter.
Is it then couldn't react?
Yeah, I guess. That's how they want to roll it.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of controversial calls, and one that didn't really get talked about. Bruno G in the second half, his hand isn't really in a natural position either. So if that one got called a pen, I wouldn't have been shocked. But it seems as though everyone just moved on quickly with it, and I'm like, all right, I thought that was a pen. I don't know what you guys thought.
I just think the refs suck every single week,
Word.
and we just have to start to accept it.
Yeah, no, it's fair. It's fair. Well, moving on from the refs, though, there is stuff that we can talk about in the second half. I feel like some of the substitutions that Arteta made, I think Martinelli coming on, I think, Lewis Kelly came on at the end, but Odegaard came on and made an impact. Like, these were a lot of positive substitutions made by Arteta, and I think it kind of helped keep Arsenal in the flow, keep Arsenal in the ascendancy, because Arsenal had chances. Like, Arsenal was cooking Newcastle low-key. Without Nick Pope and without Mal Chow, who I thought had a really, really strong performance, Arsenal could have won that game like 4-1, 5-1. So there was a lot of positives to build from it, but I think Arsenal's creativity, it was one of those moments where it's like, Arsenal can do this. Like, if they realize who they are, they can be on the prowess, they can be on the ascendancy. So that's just something I wanted to call out.
Yeah, I also think if Arsenal actually have a decent striker, they are
We can
probably
talk about
leading
him.
it.
We
So
can talk about him.
Why'd Newcastle just stop playing once they went 1-0 up?
It's very defensive. Very defensive. Who
Like, for
came
no
on? Trippier
reason.
came on. Lascelles ended up coming on because he grabbed Joker's face like the Cyclops. I'm like, oh my God, did you guys see that?
yeah, I was like,
I was like, oh my God.
yeah,
Trying to do a celebration, huh? No, Joker's for me, it was like a lot of hard running. It was a lot of just like powerful running, and there was just no reward to it. Like, he was trying his best, but he's just getting tossed.
He looks like Florian Wirtz out there. They're kind of on a similar first couple games here. Other than, I mean, Joker's got a couple goals. Oh God, that's tough to say.
I don't know. I have an answer.
That's actually a good question. I think it's fair to say Wirtz has been more disappointing because he costs more. But
yeah. I expected Jokeres to be shit.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fair.
Like, Wirtz came in the league like, all right, what's he gonna do? I knew Jokeres was gonna be arse.
Yeah,
well, not new, but like I expected him to be.
Yeah, I mean, I watch more Wirtz than Jokeres leading into the season, but based on these first 5-6 games, I think you could just flip a coin and be like, all right, he's been performing worse, because Wirtz and Jokeres for me, disappointing. Yeah. But is there anything else that we want to cover in this Arsenal game? I think it showed that they can do it. They just need to do it more, and the fact they're picking up points from situations where last year they wouldn't deserves credit, deserves applause. So that's all I got. I think they played well throughout the entire game. I love Eze as a footballer. Lastly, he is unbelievable to watch, but that's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see Eze off the left when Odegaard comes back.
I hope, or if they want to go super attacking sometimes, Declan Holden or Zubamendi.
That's not happening.
With Odegaard and Eze. Come on.
Nope.
You don't see the vision?
Nope. You're drinking way too much Arteta Kool-Aid right now. Way too much. You got to calm it down. He had one good showing as a manager. We can't be taking the pill. We can't be taking the pill.
Man, that's fair. I guess.
He might start playing without 4 center backs. He might start playing Lewis Skelly more.
Lewis Skelly's. Yeah, it's tough because I actually think he should be playing a lot more than he is, but it is what it is.
No, he shouldn't.
Okay. Outside back though, who should be playing every minute? Jurgen Timber. Wow.
Yeah,
I think he's world class. Like, he's top 3 right backs in the world. Work with me here. Hear me? Like, who else?
I see the vision.
Who else? Walk with me.
I see what you're trying to paint. I don't know if I see the end product yet.
I don't know. The canvas is there.
He's better than Trent. Let's just say that. I mean, he's better than 66 or 12 or whatever his name is, whatever he goes by now.
He's nowhere near like Hakimi.
Gucci dungarees, whatever he wears.
You don't think he's near Hakimi?
No.
I wouldn't say he's better than Koundé.
He's not better than Koundé?
No.
We're taking the piss. No, you guys are taking the piss. Timber is class.
I think I agree. I agree he's a good player.
Please say that last part you just said. Say that again very clearly. So when we put this on TikTok, we can get the Barcelona
for the
fans.
clip.
Yeah.
Jurgen
Timber
Timber
very clearly.
is better than Koundé. Is that good? Should I slow down? I don't know if I stuttered.
Oh, my word.
Is a better footballer than Koundé.
My word.
I'll stand on it.
Yeah,
See,
I mean, to be fair,
I
don't think it's crazy take. Personally, I prefer Koundé.
But you see what happens when I say if there's anything else to talk around the game? Now you got to talk about your Timber. I just racked it up.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine. I'll stand on it because I actually do believe that. Any final thoughts?
Nope, I think we should just wrap it up
Just
there.
I'll continue the tradition. Jacob Murphy is a footballer. We can move
Oh,
on from
dude,
there.
that chance he was through on goal, he could have made it 2-0. Game's done. Somehow he
Exactly.
lets that
I also just
refrigerator
wanna
catch
say-
up to him.
Was he not also the person who played the back pass?
He did.
That-
He did do that.
I rest my case.
Gyökeres took it well.
Moving on.
To be fair, what do you even do in that situation? All right, let's move on.
Moving
Shoot,
on.
maybe. Shoot it. Maybe hit it.
Maybe. There's a team that had a lot of opportunities to put the game to bed, and it was Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. A lot of chances were created, a lot of frustration in the group chats, I'm sure. Goody, Smitty. Hey, I just want you guys to talk because this is none of my business, but I am going to stir the pot a little bit.
I mean,
Well-
I don't think you'll be able to stir the pot, to be honest, because I think, at least from our perspective, this was a long time coming. You can't keep grinding out performances and expecting to get results.
Mm.
And, I mean, honestly, this was the worst performance of the year, and Palace aren't a bad side. So I'm not
18 unbeaten.
surprised that Palace won this game.
Second half was better. But, I mean, you could argue that they've played 2 good halves of football in, like almost 10 games now in all comps. They played like 2 good halves, and somehow they've survived this period. Now, how long can it continue? How long is it going to take Slot to figure out how he wants to play and how he can get the most out of every player? Because that's one of the big problems right now. Kirkez, absolute shell of himself. But it's like he's not being set up to succeed. I mean, he's playing as like a third center back in possession. He's not being set up to succeed. Frimpong hasn't been impressive. Hurts, the biggest letdown of them all. But again, it's like playing him as a left winger. For somebody that has been struggling, just let him play through it. Don't put him in a different spot. And I mean, he played as a left winger, but his heat map, he was more on the right side of the pitch. So that's not ideal. Isak looks like he's on an island up top. Now, maybe it's because he's not fit, but it's like he needs to find a way to get more involved. The only player that they've signed that has hit the ground running is Agatike and Leone, but he's carnage for now. But I mean, it's going to take a while to figure it out, clearly. And I don't know how long they're going to be able to just push out results. Sunday's huge. They got to beat Chelsea.
It's interesting because the Kirkez thing you mentioned, the way Slot is using him isn't the way Kirkez or the way we saw Kirkez last year. But you would think Verts being on the left would kind of help that because Verts, like you said, he transitions inside so much. So I don't know why Kirkez doesn't have that freedom to just like push on and like do everything, especially with someone like Virgil van Dijk behind you. Like I don't get why that's not happening.
Because instead of telling Ryan Gravenberch, you're going to sit in front of the back line like he did for 60 games last year, he wants to play like PSG and he wants the midfield 3 to just go wherever they want to go and run wherever they want to run. It's not working right now. Why Liverpool were successful last year is because the fullbacks were tucked inside, the wingers were high and wide, you had width, you could play through the middle of the field. Now it's completely different. One fullback's tucked inside. Frimpong's so high. Him and Bradley are so high. Salomines will play striker right now. He's so far tucked inside. Whoever's playing left winger, it's just they're just a net loss out there on the pitch. They're just not doing anything.
Do you miss Luis Diaz?
McAllister's not fit. I don't know if I think we miss what Luis Diaz could do and the fact that he could get the ball on the touchline and beat guys and he was a threat. I don't think they have somebody right now other than a 17-year-old that can provide that width. Gakpo's more of a play on the inside and smack the ball as hard as he can.
I mean, I'll stand on it. I said it over the summer. We should have sold Gakpo and kept Luis Diaz. Son.
I'm with you. Like player profile wise,
Yeah.
you could find a Gakpo, but like what Luis Diaz does is a different breed. There is another winger though, Mo Salah. There might have to be a conversation because what are we watching? What is the start of the season? It seems like he signed the contract and just all his ability disappeared.
Well, there's so much less reliant on him that I think he's just drifting in a lot of games. Like he's just not as involved as he was last year. And if your touches are cut in half, I mean, you guys know the feeling. Like when you're on the ball all the time, you get a rhythm, you get a feel for the game. If you don't see the ball as much, your end product's going to go down. But I mean, he has to be better. There's no doubt about it.
Thoughts on that, Goody?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's like he doesn't fit the play style that Liverpool's trying to play right now. I mean, you look at when Salah was at his best, it was counter-attacking football, and you have Sadio Mane on the other side, which is just as big as a threat. Obviously, didn't have the goals that Salah had, but you're just as worried about Mane as you were about Salah. Right now, you're not really worried about your coming up against Liverpool. You're not worried about Gakpo. Like, sure, you got to defend him, but you're not like, I'm sure Munoz wasn't like, oh, I might be playing Gakpo this weekend. I better really lock in.
He's like, oh, yeah, I can't sleep. I got
He's probably
Gakpo
like,
coming
oh,
up.
Gakpo's on the bench. That's makes my day a little bit harder having to play against Wirtz now. Like, it's like, I really don't know. I don't think he fits a high possession based football team. Like, I don't think he has the ability to really go and break down a back five.
The Luis Diaz thing, I think Ekitike is probably the closest profile they have in terms of technical ability and on the ball and beating guys. I just think it's going to come down to if Slot's going to pull the trigger and play him there or not. Because if you play him there, you're kind of just telling Cody Gakpo, hey, you're not good enough. And then you're also telling a 17-year-old, like, hey, you're never playing. And then it's like, well, then Chiesa's just going to play as the backup 9, which is fine. I'm okay with that because I think where he's at in his career now, I think he's also better if he's just closer to goal shooting. But I don't know. There's just a lot of things to work out, and the balance of the team's off, which we said could be a concern in the summer. We're like, hey, individually, they improved in all these positions, but that doesn't mean it's going to click or work. So this is why the manager makes a lot of money.
I was saying early on, Liverpool on paper or like in FIFA, scary. But like real life, like seeing these situations like come to fruition and what has to get figured out, it's a different breed. And when you go against teams as organized as Palace, you're going to find it difficult. You're going to find it really difficult. The Liverpool situation is an interesting one, but to be fair, Palace, man, Palace was so good. They were so good. And it's like within this 18 game unbeaten run, if I can speak, they beat Liverpool 3 times, or they haven't lost to Liverpool 3 times. They played like City. They've had hard games. And the output that Glasner has with this side is so impressive. Like that performance, I absolutely loved it. It was one of my favorites on the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, this is off Palace, but shout out to Alisson for keeping that game respectable and not having Liverpool's pants around their ankles, because Palace really should have been 4-0 up at halftime.
It should have been 4-5-0.
What's Konate doing?
Looks
I don't want to talk
fantastic.
about who cares about Palace. What's Konate doing? Honestly.
I'm telling you,
we'll come back to Palace. We'll come back to Palace. But what is he doing?
That's fine.
I mean, I feel like Goody's going to get a prop right now.
He might be. He might be.
But what's he doing, man? I mean,
no, he
was shit. He was shit for 4 games. He played good for 2 games. He started replying to people on social media like, oh, I'm back. Shit again. It's a problem. It is a massive, massive problem. I mean,
and no Leone to come in.
Nah, Leone's class, though. Leone's going to be so good. If he comes back, he's going to be so good.
That Gahey transfer not happening is becoming more and more of an issue for Liverpool.
Dude, Joe Gomez is going to have to start playing in the 11. It's terrible. At least with Gomez, you know he's not going to just make mistakes. Like, his level's not as high, but you know he's not just going to piss around all game.
I mean, when I don't know if I texted it to you, Smitty, or in the chat, and I said Mateta is going to Konate this game. 20 minutes in, you have Konate face down on the ground while Mateta's running through 1v1 with Alisson. And I'm like, what are we doing? What are we really doing?
They're out here comparing Mateta's performance to Drogba. That's when you know. That's when you know that Konate performance was a stinker.
Dude, he's just a shell of himself.
We just got to figure out why, though.
We know
is it
why.
like he just wants to go to Madrid? Is it just
we know
is it
why? But
that?
that's my problem with it. If you want to go to Madrid, just come out and say you want to go to Madrid and be a professional for the last 6 months and try to win another trophy. There's no benefit to playing the way he's playing right now.
Mm.
Like, it was the same with the Trent thing. It's like, if you want to go, just pull the Band-Aid off and say you want to go and get on with it.
Was Trent this bad during the contract talks, though?
Yes. That United game last year, oh my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, I can't truthfully remember this early on, but the second half of after Christmas, he was bad. He was really bad.
He was getting benched because he was bad. He wasn't getting benched because of the contract thing. Connor Bradley was better than him, which is wild to say because the way Connor Bradley's played this year, Ryan Landry's better than Connor Bradley, and Ryan Landry hasn't played a high level of football in 5 years.
Sunday League's not competitive?
Nope.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know why Szoboszlai isn't playing right back. He's been our best performer.
Gosh, I don't know. No, you guys need him. You guys need him in the
legs
midfield.
because McAllister can't run now. McAllister, he looks like he's got mono or something.
McAllister's a different story, man. He's
I mean,
bad.
I get he's not fit. But like,
but why?
You can be
why is he not
fit?
fit?
Be technical. I don't know. They rested him. They rested him the last 3 weeks of the season last year. I don't know why he's not fit. He had all summer off. He had a kid though, so maybe he was busy.
Oh man,
Slaps knee.
That's the problem. McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberg, all three of them, children within a month. I mean, right after winning the league.
Are you serious?
Yeah, all three of them.
Oh, yeah, no, that midfield was booked and busy then. Wow.
But at least Szoboszlai playing well. Everyone looks like he hasn't played football.
Yeah, Gravenberg looks class.
Wow.
He is on a different level this year. Oh, he's having FIFA comps like him subbering people and like these backheel flicks and everything. He looks so good. But I guess it doesn't matter.
He looks so good he'll be a Real Madrid player in 3 years when his contract's done.
Nice little Chuleni swap?
No, we don't want that guy.
I know, I was just throwing in some bullshit.
Take Mbappe for him.
But Vinny for Gravenberg.
No, I don't want Vinny in my club.
No, I mean, it has been shambles this whole entire season, and it's just been laughable because every time we've come on this pod, they've just won like late. So it's like, oh, this is just what they do. It's no longer Fergie time. It's slot time. Like, it's just what they do. But now
I was convinced they were going to do it again.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Chiesa scored. It was like, okay, it's on.
But
Kirk is clearing the ball with his left foot for a throw in instead of just, dude, you're a professional footballer. You can't use your right foot. You have to do a 360 spin and put it out for a throw in.
If
he keeps the power to play, the ref blows the whistle, it's done.
Yeah, for him to like be facing like the right side and then to turn out, like that's a harder skill to do as opposed to just using the inside of your right foot and clearing it.
Well, his football IQ is so low. I mean,
it's not like he had to pick someone out. You just put your foot through it.
Just
it's the 96th minute, like
you scrape a draw, like.
Yeah, I mean the goal that you guys did score though. I know in the group chat I was just like, I think it's a handball off the vibes. I looked at it a couple more times. That was definitely a handball. I don't know what you guys think, but that was definitely a handball.
Yeah, I was
at the pit game. I didn't see it. No comment.
I think Selhurst Park needs to upgrade their camera equipment a little bit because from the camera angles I was seeing, I really couldn't. Like, it looked like he touched it, but I couldn't see, like, a definitive, the ball changed direction or anything after he touched it with his hand. But I agree. I think it was a handball. It looked like it hit his hand.
Mm-hmm.
But again, why is his hand there?
I mean, it's another Saliba one. Like, why is your hand?
I think if your hand's there, they should just call it a handball, even if it's close. Just, benefit of the doubt. Your hand shouldn't be there. Too bad. Honestly, I'm kind of happy they ended up losing because if they would have got a point and that was the reason they would have got a point, the head loss would have been insane. I would have loved it. But, I mean, then we'd have to hear... the Arsenal fans today, the Liverpool fans reffing the game. The Liverpool fan gave Gyökeres the penalty on the field. He wasn't the one that told him to go over to the monitor and review it. Okay? I mean, just brain-dead delusion. But shout out Crystal Palace. Somehow they're second in the league right now with 3 wins and 3 draws. I mean... Can the rest of the league win some games?
Fam.
Oh, it's the craziest top 6 I've ever seen in the Premier League right now.
The screenshot of it is nuts.
It's crazy.
Because what, Sunderland's up there, right?
You got won 50%
Tottenham,
of the
Sunderland,
games.
Bournemouth.
Second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to have. I hate talking about VAR. I was listening to the Arsenal game when the referee went to the monitor for the penalty check.
They got to give it.
And the commentators were saying, we can hear what the VAR is saying to the referee right now.
Give us that audio, please.
Why can't we hear that audio?
Well, you know why? Because like the commentator said, the guy on VAR is trying to convince them that it's not a penalty. That's why we can't hear the audio.
What harm does it do in explaining what their thought process is? Like, if you have a controversial decision that goes one way or another, have the audio playing and you can be like, okay, I understand how they've gotten to this decision. Or be like, okay, he's a idiot, get him out of the job.
That's why right there. Because they all protect each other. They're like a fraternity. They all got to protect each other.
I think they've released the audio to a VAR decision before, but it's
They have.
usually a couple days after, and because they don't want.
I can tell you what decision I've heard. It was
Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz offside goal against Tottenham.
Good
When
check,
he was
boys.
onside by about 5 yards.
Good process, boys, is what they said.
Yeah.
And then the other guy's like, hey, guys, he actually scored. He wasn't
Yeah.
offside. So like, oh, too bad. That's why they can't release it.
Wait, you put the flag up for that?
You
Cheers,
can't
lads, well done.
convince me the guys in VAR are pressuring the referees on the field to make the decision.
Oh, it's like leading the witness.
I
They have
think
to
what
do
should happen is if you're going to do it this way, you send them over to the monitor and there's no more discussion. Just send them over there, shut the mic off, and let the ref on the field make the decision.
But it's a whole other thing still, because they'll slow down the play and like they'll just add these different images to it. Like, you're cooked either way. 99% of the time, it's going to change the ref's opinion.
And VAR is there for a clear and obvious error.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell me Nick Pope's today was a clear and obvious error. You really had to look into that to see if he touched the ball.
I think everyone was on board when they saw it in real time. It's like, oh, if that's a pen, that's a pen. Yeah.
Yeah, but even if they would have just went with the on-field decision, nobody would have cared. It would have just been
That's
like,
what I mean.
whatever.
It's not
So be
clear
it.
and
That's
obvious.
what I'm saying.
Every Newcastle fan in the stadium could be like, yeah, fair enough. Didn't look like he went near the ball.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I agree. That was a good topic, but like we did say earlier, shout out Crystal Palace, because 18 games, Ismail Ug, he hates y'all. I think that's 5 goals, 2
Even in his
assists
Watford
in
days,
80
he hated
appearances.
us.
Yeah.
We'll get the last laugh. When we take their best
Fair.
player and United take their manager.
It was interesting because Gahey was involved in both goals, if you think about it. Like,
He was not celebrating either one of them.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's like we scored, it's like straight face just.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard the TikTok sound. It's like, hurrah! I feel like that's what
Yeah.
Mark Gahey was.
He was like, if I was only celebrating a red jersey, it would have been nice. But no, they played well. Shout out Chris Richards. I loved Chris Richards' performance. I was tweeting about him, but there was a play where he like beat whoever was on the left, and then he just hit a switch field ball to like break the press. I'm like, look at my American CB doing this
Chill.
in the Premier League. I
Couldn't
absolutely
go for
loved
the
it.
national team, though, could he?
I mean, I don't want him switching the field over or the ball over to Max Arston. Respectfully, I'd prefer he kept it to himself. But the fact that he's doing this in the Prem, I absolutely loved it. I loved it. And then Adam Wharton, you will be at the World Cup this summer. You are an unbelievable footballer.
You know what would be nice? Wharton, Gravenberch together in a midfield.
Is that enough legs?
Yeah.
Well, it's more legs than McAllister.
Right now, yeah.
So it can't
Right
be
now,
worse
yeah.
than what we've got running in that midfield right now.
Shout out Palace.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Fair play, Palace. Might be
Shout
your
out
bogey
United. Get United on there. Let's go. Get the United.
team. Do you want to go United or do you want to go to who you're playing next Sunday?
No. Get us into United.
Okay. Hey, both
I mean,
of
to
the
be
same
fair, both
scores.
options are great.
So let's go United. Manchester United 1, Brentford 3. I was up early watching this one. They are quite an entertaining team when you just take them as a joke and not a serious club. What do you guys think of the game?
Let me start. Let me
Wow.
start. Goody, please. I'm going to make 1 point and 1 point only. And this is just based not on the entire game. This is based on the third goal. The goal that didn't really matter, had no impact on the game. But when I saw that third goal go in and the fashion that it did, If you buy a goalkeeper, okay, you go out in the transfer market. How much did they buy this Lemons, whatever his name is?
A
20 some
limoncello.
million? Yeah, 20 some million, 30 million,
It
around
was
that
like
number.
23.
Yeah. That is starting goalkeeper money, okay? If you spend starting goalkeeper money, put his ass in between the posts, please. Because the third goal that Bayern conceded, I mean, dude, it went right over his head. Like, if it wasn't for the theatrical bullshit, the ball literally just goes right over his head.
It didn't
Sorry.
swerve?
So Amram, like, I understand he begs them every single week. Oh, if they want to get rid of me, I mean, you got to change the manager, not the man. Or you got to change the manager, not the tactics. You can't change me. I'm not going to change. I'm him. You're not him. You're not a good manager. You walk around with the ego of Sir Alex Ferguson, but in reality, you play football like a low-grade Graham Potter. Graham Potter would do a better job with Manchester United than
Rumored to
Ruben
be coming
Amorim
in,
is
by the
doing
way.
right
I
now.
feel like I was seeing Graham Potter all over the place recently on everything. But Smitty,
But talk about the game, because the goalkeeper situation is
well,
just
I was
annoying me so
gonna
much.
say, to be honest, I didn't even think Bayern was that bad. I feel like
It's the
there
principle,
were
Kenny. It's the principle of it.
fair enough.
It's
Fair
the
enough. I
principle
can't.
of the manager not knowing what he's doing. We know Bayern sucks. It doesn't matter how many good performances he has, he sucks. He shouldn't be in the goal. Point blank, period. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. I can't argue principle, because when you're right with the principle, you're right with the principle. But I will say the goals in general were horrendous. Like Maguire, go for it.
No, I was going to stop you again, but go ahead. Continue.
Okay.
You were going to say they weren't his fault again, and I was going to lose my
Oh,
mind. Go for it.
no. Maguire trying to run an offside trap when he's the last center back. You can't do that. You can't be the one trying to run this offside trap. Just actually defend. Just do your job. Your job is to defend. We have Henderson dropping assist in 2025 against you. That's a problem. Like, no disrespect to Jordan Henderson, but that's an issue. That
He's
is
getting
an
in the
issue.
national team. He'll be in the national team. He looks.
That's what it
He
looks like.
looks class.
That's what it looks like, because these teams are doing all of these mistakes. The same thing happened with Chelsea last week when Brentford tied them or whatever. But you have that. De Ligt, he's been one of their better players this year. De Ligt with one of the worst performances I've seen in the Prem this season. He was slipping all over the place. He's getting out jumped for headers, like for their second goal, like Brentford's second goal. He was just all over the place. And I know you can have bad days, but that was a terrible day. And then last but not least, we can get to Bruno after this. But like I said, in 2025, Luke Shaw is starting center back for Manchester United. That stinks. It's horrible. You can't rely on Luke Shaw. I don't care if it's one of those situations where, oh, but when he's healthy, when he's fit on his day, he's one of the... No, it's over. It's not 2017 anymore. It's not 2018. Luke Shaw cannot be playing for Manchester United in 2025.
Yeah, I also just don't understand. Like, what big team is swapping out a centre back mid game?
None. Not a single one.
I think
Unless
they
they're
ran
injured.
a stat on it. Go for it.
Unless your centre back's injured or he's on a yellow and you're worried about him coming like getting sent off, sure, fine. But you're taking Harry Maguire off in the 66th minute for Lenny Euro, game after game after game, whichever way the substitution works, whether it's Maguire coming on, someone coming off, I don't understand it. Taking
he's
Bueno
bored.
off, he was. Take
Amram's
Cunha off,
bored.
he was.
Abrams was bored. He wants to do something. That's like I think he might have ADHD and he just can't just sit there and not make changes.
But
He's
again,
like, I got to do something.
You're 2-1 down, and in the 66th minute, you're bringing off Harry Maguire for Lenny Euro. How's that a game-changing solve?
I think it was like in the past like 45 matches, 41 of those matches, Man United brought on a defender, like as a sub in the game.
It doesn't make sense to me. Ugarte, shocking. Looks like he's playing rugby league. Why not start Kobe Mainu?
Because you gotta play five at the back. That's the problem with the manager. We talked all last year like, no manager can fix them. Their players are now they have good attacking options, and you're still so it's like, guess what? How hard is it to play a 4-3-3 with the players they have? It should be so simple. So simple. You play a front three, Cunha on the left, Tesco through the middle, Embuemo on the right, Bruno in the 10, Mainu in an 8, Casemiro, Ugarte, one of those two. Just sit there. You got enough center backs, you got fullbacks. Like, you just make it harder than it needs to be. That's my problem.
Yeah.
And if you don't
Yeah.
want to switch your system, I get that. But you lose every week. So get sacked. And maybe he wants to get sacked because he knows if he gets sacked, he's getting a big one-time payment.
I'm
Maybe that's the
convinced that
point
he's
he's at.
begging to get sacked. From the way he plays to like his press conferences, it's not my decision. It's up to the upper management.
I mean, I'm not like a
I
special
lose
shout
sleep
out to
too, just
Embuemo.
like the fans.
A special shout out to Embuemo because I get it. Brentford's home for you, so you're like, you know what? Let me not show up today. So fair play Embuemo for that. But the thing with Amarim for me, there's like two things. The first thing is understand if you want to keep your system, like Smitty's saying, if you want to stick to these principles, do whatever. But it just comes to a point where, yeah, you can do it. And if it pays off, you look like a genius and all of these things, and you look like a really good manager. But at the end of the day, you need results. Like, if you can't get results, you're going to get yourself sacked. And plain and simply, what Amarim does, whether it is the press conferences, because I think he speaks like pretty well with the media and like there's all these good manager tendencies, but the main job is to win, to get results, to get 3 points. And if you don't do that, you're done. So he's sacking himself. In my opinion, I think it's time, like it's over. The project should be over. If Man U sacks Amarim right now, I think they finish top 4 with that squad.
Not at this point, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, the squad's not that bad. The players aren't that bad. But, like, he doesn't want to change his system. I get that. That's a principled decision, whatever. What teams don't change their system? I guess Liverpool play the same system every game. Arsenal play the same system every game. Everyone else, they have no trouble. Yeah, Palace. But other than that, teams don't have a problem saying, okay, we'll play 4-3-3 this week. We'll play 5-3-2 next week. Newcastle did it today. We might not like that they played 5 at the back, but they played 5 at the back. So it's like, every good manager in the league takes their players and makes them better. Amarim is just taking this collection of players and somehow, almost impossibly, they look worse than they've looked under Ten Hag. And that is saying things that should not be said.
What, 27 points from 32 games?
He's horrendous.
34 from 33 is what I'm reading. I just pulled it off.
Okay.
This can't be right. It says 9 wins in 33 games.
No, that's right.
Think that's right. That's right. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to get sacked, you're doing everything right. Like, you're doing everything right to get sacked. The idea that Amarim tries to present, like just the way he maneuvers as a manager, I think is good. But you need results, and once you don't get results, you suck. So it is what it is.
Well, the good news is about talking about maneuvering the media. Well, if they do hire Gareth Southgate, they'll just replace him without any hinges. I mean, it'll be a smooth transition. They'll both have the media under control. Everyone will be happy singing Kumbaya. But they'd probably be better with Southgate, honestly. I mean,
but that means Lucian Maguire playing every single minute.
I agree with you. They'll never win the league with Southgate. But if you're talking about like stability and trying to get them out of relegation battles, which is where they're at right now, Southgate is probably not a bad option because he's never won the big one. He has got England to perform pretty consistently, to be fair.
I do think you would see positive progression. The club would somewhat go in the right direction.
I swear, if it was any of us 3 coaching Man United right now, I think you'd see positive progression.
I'd lose the changing room so quick.
That's like... Like, I think, Amarim's cooked. He's absolutely cooked. But
first thing I'd be doing would be taking away Bruno Fernandes' armband.
Yeah.
But giving it to who? Yeah, but who are you going to give it to?
Anyone else.
Casemiro.
I'll give it to Sesko at this point.
God.
Tesco. He got a goal, though. Hey! Woo! He beat the 007 allegations.
He did.
Do we want to talk about the penalty?
Nope. We knew he wasn't going to score it.
Yeah.
They iced the kicker. That was crazy.
When he was stepping up to the ball, I was like, nope, he's not scoring. No chance.
I don't know if any, like, Manchester United player was going to score that bad. Like, what happened? Because I think Maguire was off already, right? And he's probably their best PK taker.
Yeah. I think I just looked because I was wondering. Embuemo's got a 92% success rate.
But
it's not bad.
The way he was playing, I don't know,
Is
man.
it just me? I don't want to be a jagaloon, but like
A what?
A jagaloon, kind of like a jackass, but a jack-o'-lantern, both kind of combined. We roll with it.
Okay. It's
I know,
Halloween.
I know they put in like this new training facility at the training grounds. Can Mbwemu like get back fit? Like he looks a little,
I was looking a little thick back there. Huh?
yeah, like
He's got that Raheem Sterling BBL working.
Instead of
Been
BBL
working over
Drizzy,
the-
BBL Brian, huh?
he just doesn't look like he can go 90 minutes, does he? I mean, at
I
Brentford,
think
he
it's
was
just how he's
flying all
built.
over the place. Yeah,
I
but
think
at
it's just how
Brentford,
he's built.
he was running all over the place.
To be
I
fair,
don't
I
know,
do-
man.
He does look certainly
Like a rugby
different,
player.
the way he's playing to the way he is
Yeah.
where he was at Brentford.
No, I did see the video of him like talking to all the Brentford players before the game, like them in the circle, and I'm like, it does look a little off.
He
Like,
was
how
saying,
little-
he was saying, I just got the club 65 million and I'm about to get him 3 points today.
yeah,
Wizzle wouldn't do that. No chance.
Wizard wouldn't play.
Then again, Wizzle was knowingly injured, and they just let that transfer go through.
Man, how do you pass the medical?
That's a great question, honestly.
Yeah,
I think it's because
well, I don't want to.
it was the last day of the window. They just needed somebody in. Keep the fans off their back.
The doctor just showed up, just said, "All right, Wizard, just sign this."
Height and weight, please. Self-reported. All right, you're good. Check. You're not gonna check my knees? Nope, not a chance. We don't need to.
Okay, I think we're good. We don't that Bruno thing. It just took so long. Do we know why it took so long for him to take the pen? Because it was like a 5-ish.
It was a
minute wait.
penalty. It was an actual check of the penalty, and it was a red card check.
Mm.
For obvious goal. I actually think it was an
For
offside
Collins?
check first,
Yeah.
then the
Yeah.
red card for Collins,
Right.
then
Right.
the
Right.
subs.
Fair enough. Well, I'm over it. I think Man United fans are over it. Amarim, it's time to go.
Shout out Igor, by the way. I know we didn't touch on him.
Yeah. That front. What Brentford's gonna do? They're always gonna have a front two.
Yep.
We're always gonna have a front two on them. Whether it was what Ivan Toney and Mbeumo back in the day, now Mbeumo and Wissa, and now we got Sade and Igor.
Something about a receding hairline and a big ass beard at Brentford just really works.
They got a type. They got a type.
Yeah.
Well, we can move on to another scoreline that was, I was going to say surprising, but the way Chelsea's looking right now, none of this is looking too surprising. Chelsea 1, Brighton 3. Goody, I know you had some things to say, so we can let you go.
I think that Brighton Hove Albion may be the best looking side when they're 1-0 down. They did it against City. They looked unreal from like the 60th minute onwards. Against Chelsea, Alba red card. Was it Esteval that played that ball?
Andre
slipped
Santos.
into- wow. What are you doing? For one, like, what other option does Chalobah have other than getting the red card or letting him score?
The thing is,
Letting them
like,
score.
the thing is, he kind of fair. He kind of hit the ball with his left foot first, like barely. But I don't think it changes anything because he didn't even know he hit the ball with his left foot. Like the action of him hitting that was like before the entire action of fouling Gomez happened. So
Yeah.
I think it was a red card, but it's not his fault.
I was going to say his touch went straight into the path.
Yeah.
Like
And it is bothering me that last week we were debating whether or not if you should have a plan for like a red card. And I'm like, there's no need for a plan. But the way Chelsea's looking right now, I'm just like, maybe you should have a plan for 10 men, 9 men, because there's a discipline issue. Like if we actually think about it, they easily could have got a second red card too. I don't know if you guys saw at the end. What was Badiashile thinking? Why did he go over there and try to like grab, who was it? The CB, Van Hecken? Try to grab his jersey and just start a whole brawl. What are you doing?
Did you see Caicedo? I'll say punch because you can't really see his closed fist or anything, but he hit Van Heck as well.
On that same play, right?
He might be getting a little suspension.
There's something going on, and I guess it's not too surprising because when you look at the age of the squad and just everything going on, you can expect discipline issues, but this seems to be on another level. Like, no one's really in that dressing room controlling the players.
Well, that's what happens when you have a handful of guys that get, probably a couple $100,000 a week that are banished from the first team and train on their own, and the manager makes jokes about it like he's Batman in Gotham, like I'm cleaning up the streets. Like, dude, you're not doing public service. You're managing a football club. If you don't want the players, get rid of them. I mean, why? Like, he brags about it, like, oh yeah, this guy, nah, no chance coming back into the team. I don't care how many injuries we got. Who was it? He said it about one of the center backs. Like, no, he's not.
Disasi?
No, yeah, Disasi. Nope, no chance. They're coming into the team. It's like, well, dude, you might need him at some point to come into the team. But
I agree.
just how we talk a lot about how Arteta's mentality fits the Arsenal fans' mentality with how they're all kind of delusional. Like, Maresca kind of fits the players' mentality. They're all immature and, they're irrational.
Yeah. I was hearing, or what did I see? It was like Maresca coaches his team like it's Football Manager. Like, on mobile, like, all of the decisions he's doing would be regarded as still, yeah, it would be like he's doing so well, but this is real life. Like, you can't be doing this. Like, you just can't be doing this. One of the signings that Chelsea had this summer, Hato, I didn't really rate his performance too much, but at the same time, he's just getting thrown into a situation that I wasn't expecting. Any other thoughts there? Any other players that you wanted to call out?
I mean, I think a good thing for Chelsea is that Romeo Lavia is back.
That's one more.
I mean,
not for long.
Well, yeah, not for long.
I mean, I'd prefer him over Andre Santos, what his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll just start
Sure.
playing. They'll just start playing a midfield pivot of Caicedo and Reece James. Like, Maresca's one of these managers that I think he's a good manager. I really do. But I think he kind of has the Pep disease where he likes to overthink things and make it more complicated. And he's like, I can't go in every week with the same plan, the same 11. I have to surprise the other team. But again, like Saturday, Liverpool at Stamford Bridge. Both teams, neither one of them look very convincing. We'll find out a lot.
It's a big game.
I mean, I don't know if it's a big game for Chelsea because, I mean,
no, it's
at
massive.
this point, like, Chelsea, like, what's the expectation again? Is it back, like, because it's not a title race, we know that. I mean, they have to finish top 4, right? They have to finish top 4, or there's no progress.
I mean, I think Esteval's going to make a mockery of Kirkes.
Esteval looks so good. He was clearly the brightest spark for that Chelsea team. I think in the first half, Chelsea did play like really well. Like, they're in the ascendancy. They did a lot of good things, and they probably should have capitalized on a bit more of the chances. But yeah, what Esteval's doing, I didn't think he'd be doing it so early in the Prem. He's so good, man.
Does Maresca make it through this season? Because we know that the ownership there, they won't play games. They'll just pull the plug if they don't like what they see. And if they keep performing, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw, the way they're going right now, I don't know.
If Chelsea don't make it out of the UCL league phase,
yeah, I think a lot of it's dependent on their UCL run.
He might be in trouble.
You also got to remember, he's
equipped.
probably in good graces right now with them because he won the Super Cup, whatever it is, Club World Cup.
Super Cup. Yeah.
They're probably better equipped for one-off games than they are a 38-game season.
They're a tournament team, I think. So we shall see. Yeah, I'm happy that Maresca didn't throw the game completely away after the red card like he did against United. He kept on some of the attacking threats and whatnot, but Garnacho on the bench again. I'll save.
Probably because he's not good.
Nope.
Good. Is Garnacho good? I mean, he might be better than the options Chelsea are playing right now. But is Garnacho a good footballer?
Yes.
Okay, can I ask you this?
According to who?
Are you starting Garnacho over Pedro Neto?
Is this like a one-off game?
No, like Premier League game. Like this game against Brighton. Are you starting Pedro Neto or are you starting Garnacho?
I definitely would have started Garnacho because Champions League. Like, Neto could have started Champions League.
You play Liverpool at the Bridge on Saturday. You play Liverpool at the Bridge on Saturday. What's the front four? Cole Palmer's not available.
João Pedro.
Yep.
He has that spot on lock. No brainer. I'm starting Esteval on the right.
Yep. I'm fine with that. No complaints.
It gets techie here. What'd you say?
Tyreek George.
Evil Saka.
Reece James in the 10. Reece James in the 10.
It probably has to. I think it
Enzo
has to be Enzo the
Fernandez.
way he started. The way he started with Enzo at the 10. I think it has to be Enzo. Well, yeah, so I think Neto will start against Liverpool. Not saying that I agree with it, but I think he will. So it
Fair.
is what it is.
Yeah.
Free
I
Garnacho,
think
man.
he might. I think Garnacho plays midweek, to be fair. I think he starts against Benfica.
Hopefully, that Mourinho
It's a good side.
comeback's gonna be.
Oh, talk about Harambe. Wow. He's back at the bridge playing Harambe. You know he's going to get a result out of that game.
He gave an interview the other day after one of the results. And he was just like, "This isn't football." I think they won the game, and he was like, "This isn't football."
Yeah.
I think they won 3-0, and he was like, "We're not playing football right now. This isn't football."
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
No, we love the special one. Shout out Brighton for beating Chelsea again, because Chelsea seems to just take every single one of their players, and Brighton's like, that's fine. You're not going to take these 3 points though, so it's okay. Yeah, I'm good there. I think for the last one, we can quickly talk about the Spurs-Wolves game. Spurs won. Wolves won. Goody, I know we were talking before. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know why Tottenham is so shit right now. They had, I can't remember what game it was that they looked very good. And you think Thomas Frank is doing something with this Tottenham team that makes them look the best they have in a while. I'm starting to think it's really just Tottenham has a good first few games of the season, and then you see the decline. I think that's where we're at. I mean, Xavi Simons wasn't good enough. Not even close to the pace. Bergwijn wasn't good enough again. Richarlison looked non-existent. I don't know
How about
why you're not starting
Bentancur?
Pedro Porro.
What about Bentancur?
Shocking again. Start Papa Sarr in the midfield.
Do you think they're prepping for Champions League though?
Why? We did this with Newcastle. Why? What's the
Hey,
point?
man.
What's the point?
Come on. Everyone's got a run in them. Everyone's got a little run in. These are European champions, Smitty.
But
I
Kenny,
kind of want to hold out my opinions on Spurs until I see them with Kulusevski and Madison until they're healthy.
Yeah, you won't see Madison for a while.
But it's like these are the
Kenny,
games that Thomas Frank should be winning. Like these are the games that Ange wouldn't get results in, that they needed to get results in. And Thomas Frank, I mean, everything in his history shows that he'd win these types of games. So it's like, I don't know if it's a Spurs thing or a one-off performance.
You've just been outplayed by a Wolves team who hadn't had a point this year.
They're good.
Outplayed might be a bit harsh, but
they still got
I understand,
Stan Larson
I understand
up
what
top,
you're
man.
saying.
but it wasn't it wasn't like Tottenham picked apart Wolves and were unlucky they just couldn't score.
No, I agree there, because I think Tottenham was just overplaying and just trying things that just didn't have to be tried. It's a very simple game if you just keep it simple. Like, you don't have to try all these diagonal passes and everything. Xavi Simons hit the ball out at least 4 times over Kudus's head, just trying to play the ball down. I am not gonna I hated that Xavi Simons performance. I absolutely hated it, and I know he's a good player. There is something there, but so far, not impressed. Not impressed.
Xavi Simons, back on him. I don't know what was going on with his corner-taking ability.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't be the first man on a single corner. You have Van de Ven and Romero, Palhinha at the back stick, waiting to attack the ball, and he's hit the front man every time.
Nothing frustrates me more. Nothing frustrates me more than it. Because, Goody, you took them. You know, it's a thing that if you just practice it, it's just second nature. You'll beat the first man. So and you're a professional. So the technical ability is off the charts. The fact that you can't beat the first man consistently, you shouldn't be taking corners. And it's not dude, there's so many teams that have problems with it.
Anyone who has ever played football and taken a set piece or a corner or whatever, you are always told you have to beat the first man. That's rule number 1. You don't even have to pick a player out. You got to hit the area behind the first man. That's all it is. Unless you have some specific strategy, you got to target player, whatever. You cannot put that ball in front of the first man to clear away.
You just don't give yourself a chance.
A waste. Yeah, nothing's ever going to come of it.
I agree. I think it can also be said, when Spurs did score, one of my gripes was, why is Paulinho taking his shirt off? I get it, it's the 93rd minute, but it's Wolverhampton at home. The same thing that I was arguing about with Martinelli last week. Get the ball and put it on the halfway line and go again. I don't understand.
It's an epidemic, I'm telling you. You see midweek with Ekatike, you see last
Whoa.
week.
Carabao Cup 4th round, the Caribbean Trophy
Against Southampton.
on a tap-in. You know what it is? It's the social media era. Everyone's looking for the picture.
Everyone's aura farming.
That's what it is. That's got to be what it is.
My gosh. That was just, you might be right. You actually might be right because that's
Paulinho
my
knew
whole
what he was
thing.
doing. Paulinho was like, I'm looking good today. I'm going to take my shirt off. So be it. But like you said,
Fair.
get the ball. Put it on the line.
I feel like if they scored,
You know
Go,
who's
go,
never
go.
going to take his shirt off when he scores? Embuemo. That is a serious footballer.
So my issue with it is that I don't understand why you feel the need to take your shirt off to celebrate a draw against last place. Why does Ekatike feel the need to take his shirt off against Southampton, who's facing relegation in the championship?
Dude,
I don't understand it.
the only reasonable one that I remember happening is when Messi did it against Madrid when he scored the hat trick. And he scored the winner in like the 89th minute or whatever it was.
yeah,
Like, that's
yeah,
the-
at the Bernabeu.
like, if you're not doing that, it's just an idiotic. I mean, I saw an argument that it's like the fact that it's a yellow card is pretty stupid anyway, and I kind of agree. It's like, who cares? Why is it a yellow card? It's just a celebration, but it's just the principle of it. Like, it's always been a yellow card. Don't do it. It's just stupidity.
I guess
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
like,
it's go ahead.
go
Ken.
ahead. Okay. I was just gonna say, it's not even the celebration, it's like the shirt off. It's just the fact you're celebrating. If this happened in like the 65th, 70th minute, I could understand celebration because you still have 20, 25 minutes to get after it. This is the final couple minutes of the game. Get the ball. You want to win this game, don't you? What is the thought process? I don't,
Like you
it just
said, there's an
bothers me.
epidemic with taking your shirt off. There's an epidemic in football where teams think that getting a point's good enough.
Yeah. Standards aren't good enough.
It
We
is
need
Do
very
we have any-
Spursy.
Is there anything else to say on this game? Because I have one more thing I want to talk about standards before we head out of here.
I'm perfectly fine. That was my main point. So Goody, unless
Yeah,
you
I'm
got
good on that.
anything. Okay.
Standards, right? We're talking about standards.
Gosh.
Standards means having a high bar for yourself and not lowering that based on the situation. Nottingham Forest, where are the standards? Ange Postecoglou.
Ooh.
I don't say this lightly. I mean this. And this has nothing to do with Nottingham Forest. This solely has to do with the decision making. I hope they get relegated so badly. I want them to get relegated because their decision making to remove a manager that has gotten them their highest finish ever and replace him with a guy that shouldn't be anywhere near a Premier League job based on his performance of last season is a shocking, shocking decision. And it could only be made by a man of Marinakis' type.
The Greek mafia. They're in this together. They're locked in. I think that's very well said. The standards of Nottingham aren't good. You're seeing players like Milinkovic and Nico Williams and Sells. All these players are underperforming, and I think that's Postecoglou's fault. I think go for it.
Are they underperforming or are they just not that good? And Nuno had them playing an unbelievably favorable system to the types of players they are.
It's
Like,
tough,
it was
though,
tough for
because
them to fail because it was like, we're going to sit back, we're going to be structured, we're going to be disciplined, and we're going to hit you on the counter with pace, and we have a guy up top that's going to finish chances. Now it's, we're going to be wide open, and we're going to give up a ton of chances, and we're going to lose every single week. Why? Because you're more entertaining? Who cares about entertainment?
I kind of get it, but I will say Nottingham Forest has good players. Elliot Anderson just got called in for England. Morgan Gibbs-White, England international. Douglas Luiz, good player. Annan Doy from Bologna, a good player. Chris Wood, 20 whatever goals last year. I think they're all just underperforming because maybe the system's not favored to them, but there is talent in that side, and we saw what Nuno could do with them. I think it's just strictly underperforming.
Goody, do you have anything to say about Ange? I know he's your fellow
Yeah.
countryman.
I don't really get it. I mean, I think Ange, I do want to give him a little bit of time. He has been there for 2 weeks, in all fairness.
They haven't won like 6 games.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, no, it's
that was
fair, it's
before
fair.
Ange got there. I just don't think the way Ange plays is suited to the Premier League. You've seen it at Tottenham. Tottenham had a good side and they got rinsed every week because he tried to play high line.
I think it's an Ange issue.
I do
Yeah.
think Nuno getting sacked was very unfair.
Well, West Ham's going to finish above them.
Correct.
Yeah. I see that happening, but that was a game because Sunderland did beat Nottingham. We have Villa versus Fulham. My only note was that John McGinn is very good at football. I don't know if anyone else has any other notes there, but
Dump truck. Move that, park that thing, put it on the pitch, move
him versus
around.
Buemo shielding? Wow.
You put him and Mbuemo in the same team, you got serious, serious problems, man. Serious problems. Put Gyökeres up top with those. I mean,
That's chaos. That's chaos. But all that happened. Leeds versus Bournemouth. That was 2-2. Bournemouth, for me, is a funny team because I think they're talented enough where you should be expecting them to beat Leeds. But the fact that the name is Bournemouth, they get away with it. So it's like, it's just Bournemouth. When in reality, they should definitely win that game.
sounds about
But-
right.
Yeah.
But they're only
that-
Bournemouth because Areola is such a good coach. Like, they have
Yeah.
good players, but they're also, we talked
I
about
mean-
maximizing talent. That's what they do.
Fair. But yeah, that was Man City Burnley. I didn't watch a single second of this game. I think we all knew what was going to happen. The return of Kyle Walker, but Man City 5, Burnley 1. 2 own goals from the same player is insane. Like, that is insane to have on your resume. And then Holland's inevitable. Anything else?
I mean, Doku just looking unbelievably good again. Foden looks back to playing well.
Mm-hmm.
Reinders played pretty well.
I believe Rodri's hurt again.
Is that why
Yeah.
Gonzalez started?
I think
I just saw a thing that Pep said that he told him his knees in a lot of pain and he can't play. And then it was important to mention that it was the same knee that he just did his ACL. So who knows what that situation's going to be.
Yeah,
Hmm.
before watching the game, I was a little confused with the lineup because Nunes was back starting right back. I had Luke Kushnow's injured, Aitnor is injured, Marmouche is injured, Churchkey's injured. So they got a lot of
It's
big
going
names
on
out
in
of City.
these training sessions. Yeah.
That's Pep Linders. Good, you know what Pep
Yeah.
Linders does in those training sessions.
But no, the only player I'd say really underperformed was Savinho. I know he hasn't played a whole lot of football in the last however long, though we give him a bit of grace on that. But I did watch City play midweek and Savinho looked pretty decent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see. I feel like against Burnley, this is like a routine win, so that's why I didn't think too much of it. But yeah, that was the Prem roundup. Any final thoughts here?
I do just want to say shout out Jaden Anthony, 4 goals in 6 games for Burnley now. So
Maybe an FPL pickup for someone if they're interested, potentially. Speaking of, it's been a rough week for me. I haven't even checked the standings, but the fact I'm relying on 3 players in the Everton-West Ham game tomorrow isn't the greatest sign. Jared Bowen, Doof, and NDI. This releases either during the game or after the game. I hope you guys have a belter. I hope it's end-to-end. I want 3-3, 2 Deuce assists, Bowen a couple goals, NDIA. Please save me.
I just want to say, I'm having a look at it right now. Rodrigo, you're a very lucky boy that Gabriel got 13 points because before that, you're on 26 with 2 players to play. Reconsider because you're slipping.
What place is Rodrigo in?
Shout out Ryan Landry, went from 2nd to 10th.
Wow.
Yep. Where are you at, Smitty? Up to 3rd, Smitty. Big game.
Look at my
lead.
squad, man. Look at my squad. That team, if we can get the boys firing, we're in fantastic shape. Made a couple transfers,
Smitty,
retold
when
the
do you
lineup.
sell? Oh,
I don't know. I sold Verts this week, so maybe Salah will be 2 weeks from now. We'll see. If I can find some more. The problem is, I mean, I'm still holding out the fact that the referees are going to give Liverpool some penalties for no reason at some point in the season. So we're going to get some goals there.
Well, that was my strategy for getting Bruno in the side when there was a pen, actually, and hand up. That's on me, I guess.
shout out
Tough having
Trevor
Bruno.
Chalobah, got me -3 points this week.
Word.
Well done. You're out of the side.
Oh, man.
Chalobah in the team, Goody.
Yeah, he's like the highest scoring defender.
That's like
Shout
when
out-
Gio texted in the group chat saying, Joe Roden saved me some points. Why is Joe Roden in the roster?
I mean,
Well, special shout out to our guy, friend of the program, member of the program that did text us earlier, saying that he had a tough decision to make, deciding whether to play Konza or Gabrielle, and he decided to play Konza. Maybe play both. Hold on, I need to see who he had at center back, the fact that he had to make this decision. He started Konza, Chalaba, Munoz, and Senesi. Yeah, Gabrielle should probably be in the squad.
Well, you know who you are. Better luck next week. But I think that's it. Prem Roundup, a lot of results that we didn't expect, but it happened. We move. This is another episode of Remotely Related. I'm Kenny. That's Goody. That's Smitty. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace.